Hi guys, welcome to Lily Wins Creative. So in today's tutorials, I'm going to be showing you everything about how I draft, cut and also stitch this lovely and gorgeous top. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell icon so you can be notified of my new videos, and also like, share my videos to friends, to colleagues whom you think might need this video. Thank you so much guys. Enjoy the rest of the tutorials. This is two pattern paper that I'm having here. The one on top is the one for the front pattern and the one behind is the one for the back pattern. I mean the one under. Alright, for the front pattern I'm going to be drawing a 1/2 inch line, from the shoulder, I mean the starting point. And I'm also going to measure 2.5 inch on the one behind. That's the back pattern. I'm going to measure 2.5 inch and then square up those marks. All right, I'm going to now bring the front pattern very close on top the line, okay, and then fold the back, the one under, that's the back pattern, over to meet the front. This is because of the collar I am going to be placing on this um particular outfit. Okay, so this is the new shoulder I'm going to be using, okay, for both the front and the back pattern. From the shoulder I am marking 8 inch, which is the chest line. I'm also marking 10.5 inch, which is my bust point. My underbust is 13.5, but for this outfit I'm going to make it 15 because the beauty is in the length of the underbust. Okay, so my half length is 18 and then the blouse length is 23, but I'm still going to trim it to make it 21 because it's a crop top. The first line here is the chest line, next the bust, the underbust, half length, and also the blouse length finally. So from the center front, I'll be taking the shoulder measurement, which is 16. 16 by 2 is 8. I'm now going to mark 8. I'm also going to take the shoulder measurement on the chest line, which is 8. Okay. All right. I'm now going to square up those two marks. So this is now the armhole line. On the armhole line from the chest line, I'm going up by 3 inch. I'm extending this mark in by 0.75 inch, okay? So now I'm now going to connect it from that 0.75 inch to meet the shoulder up, and also from that 0.75 inch to meet the chest line in order to form the front armhole, please. Just the front armhole. I'm going to draw another armhole for the back pattern, okay, on that armhole line. This is because I am drafting both the front and the back pattern together. Next, I'm going to be taking the nipple measurement on the bust line, okay, which is 4 inch, and I'm going to take it down on the blouse length, which is also 4 inch. Now I'm going to be connecting with a straight line, okay. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to start applying my dart on the half length, that's the waistline, by half inch on both sides. So I'm now going to connect this dart to meet the blouse length from that half length, and also from the half length to meet the bust as well. On the chest line, I'm going to be taking my bust measurement, which is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. On the under bust, I'm going to be measuring 9.5 as well, same as the bust. Now I'm going to be connecting those 2 points. I'm now going to be taking a bust dart below the bust line, okay? So my half length for the front is 18 and my half length for the back is 16. So 18 minus 16 is 2. So I'm going to be taking a bust dart of 2 inch, okay, right below the bust line, and I'm going to be connecting this mark to meet the nipple to nipple point right on the bust like this. Now I'm going to get the midpoint of the bust dart, which is 2 divided by 2 is 1. I extend this mark by 0.75, okay, and I'm going to connect it to meet the chest line, and also from the dart down to meet and like that, so that when you close up the bust dart, the measurement won't be shorting. I'm now going to be retaking the blouse measurement to make it 21 and then trim off excesses. Now I'm separating the underbust from the rest of the body to work on them separately. So now I'm cutting the upper part of the bodies. Okay, if you can see, I am cutting the armhole for the back pattern. Okay, then later I will now cut out the excess for the front pattern, and I'll also trim off the bust dart, okay, shape on the back. I'll just cut it out. Now I'm going to be closing up the bust dart for the front pattern, okay, and I'm going to use it to measure the back pattern. Remember also that the half length for the front is longer than that of the back by 2 inch. So I'm going to be trimming off the 2-inch excesses at the back, okay? After trimming it off, I'm going to remeasure it again, the side by side. And as you can see, it's now equal now, okay? I have aligned them. So now I'm going to be placing the front pattern back to the back pattern as it was before so that I can cut out the neck. The width of my neck is 3 inch and the depth of my neck is 3 inch. No, I will make it 4 instead, okay? Because of the style pattern, okay? So I'm now going to be connecting this neck, okay? So after connecting it, I'm just going to cut the neck, okay, and then I'm now going to cut the back as well. As you can see, the way I'm cutting the back, the part I folded, okay. So this is just like the way they sew shirt collar. I'm now trimming off the center front and also the center back, okay. All right, so this is exactly the measurement that is required for this tutorials. Okay, now I'm going to be working on the band. That's the down part of this outfit. So so this is the down part of the bodice, okay? And from that's from the half length, I'm just going to draw a straight line to meet the down part, okay? And I'm also going to do it to the other side. This is in order to just get the straight line so that this two can match. So I'm going to cut out the dart. Remember that the down part is fitted while the up part is gathers, okay? So taking the I'm not taking the dart of the up part into considerations because they are gathers. It's just the down part that I'm actually taking the dart into considerations. And I'm joining the two sides of the dart as one piece. After that, I'm just going to take my measurement. That's my waist measurement on the half length. My waist is 29. 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. Okay. For my crop top at length 21, my waist around there is 38. Very close to my hip, okay? So I'm going to mark 38 right there. And I'm also going to take the on the bust measurement, which is 30. Okay, I'm going to insert 30 there. And once I have done that, I'm just going to connect these marks together. And after connecting the mark to each other, I'm just going to cut it out and that's it. So this is my front band. So on this line here, the center front line, that is where my buttons is going to be. Okay, I'm going to put my buttons there. And the center front line, I'm not trimming it off because that is the overlap for the buttons. Okay, as you can see, it's going to be like this. So there's no need cutting it off. So I'm going to be using this front pattern to cut the back pattern exactly like this and then trim out the center back because the back doesn't need a buttonhole or it doesn't need a button. So I'm going to just trim out the center back and that's it. So now I'm going to give both the front and the back pattern a mark so that I can differentiate the up part from the down part, okay? It's very important you do this. And also differentiate the side from the center front from the side as well. I'm now going to use the pattern to cut out the fabric. I'm going to get the midpoint of the shoulder, which is 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So I'm going to now connect it to the nipple point and I'm going to slash through it, okay? So I have divided this pattern into two. And I placed it 8 inch away from each other so that I can gain volume to gather, okay? I also added my half-inch sewing allowance on all the borders. I'm now going to be drawing a line from the neck width to meet the underbust and I'm going to be trimming it off. This is because of the collar I'm going to be fixing to this outfit, okay? And I'm going to cut it off like this. I'm going to be showing you how it's going to look after cutting it. I'll open it and this, as you can see, this is two. Now I'm going to be bringing the pattern paper and put it together as if I never slashed it, okay? So that by the time I gathers the fabric on the shoulder, that's the fabric on the shoulder, it will have the same length as the pattern paper, okay? Which is 5 inch. For the underbust, I'm going to gather it to fit the original measurement of the underbust, okay? That's for the band. So now this is the back pattern, and remember the folding here is the shoulder, so I'm cutting out the shoulder, okay? I'm still going to bring it back and fix it back. It's not like I'm throwing it away. So for the back pattern, I'm going to be slashing it into two through the middle. Place each part apart by 8 inch in the middle and then add the necessary allowance to it and cut it on the fabric, okay? Remember that we are cutting the back pattern as one piece, so it doesn't need any allowance on the center back, okay? So after that, I'm giving it notches on the up part and also on the down part. This is very important before you apply your gathers, okay? So this is how the back looks like, okay, after adding so much. So this is how I'm going to be gathering the back. So now I'm going to be cutting the down part of this outfit. That is the fitted part, okay? And as you can see, I applied interface on the fabric. And this is the back pattern. I'm going to be cutting the back pattern like this. Can you see? It's together one piece. And I cut the lining as well. So the lining is the same as the fabric. So now I cut out the front pattern and I also apply their seam allowances on all the four corners and I reapply the notches on the pattern paper to the main fabric to know the front, to differentiate the down from the up part. So this is it. I cut them together with their lining as well. So now I'm going to be cutting out a collar of 38 inch long. And if you observe, I apply interfacing first before I start, placing it in diagonal form in order to cut a bias collar. That's in a bias form, okay? So I am now going to iron it like you see me doing, then mark out my 2 inch width, okay, so that by the time I sew it, it becomes 1.5. And after I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead to cut out my collar, okay? And this is how the collar is going to be looking around the neck. So now I'm going to be stitching the down part of the back pattern and also the front part of the pattern. And I'm also checking the notches to make sure I don't mistake the down part for the up part. So after I stitched them up, I also applied a top stitch on it for good finishing and also press thoroughly. So now I'm going to be stitching the bottom side of the front part, okay, together with the lining. Remember I used the fabric for the lining. So I'm going to, now I have stitched it and look at how it is. So this is how they are going to be overlapping themselves, and I'm going to place buttons right at 1/2 inch allowance. Remember, this was the shoulder I cut out from the back pattern. So I'm going to trace this shoulder on the main fabric and add half-inch seam allowances on just the width. No seam allowance is added to the length. Please take note. Now I'm going to be fixing the shoulder on the upper part of the front pattern, okay? I'm also going to do the same to the other side. But I'm also going to be fixing the same shoulder on the extreme, that's the armhole side of the back pattern, the upper part. So remember that the size of the shoulder is the same size as the pattern paper before it was slashed. Okay, so after gathering it, it should be the same length as the pattern paper before it was slashed. Remember too. So I'm just going to attach the shoulder, okay, and then stitch it up, and this is how it looks. So now I'm going to be stitching up the front pattern to the back pattern by the side by half inch. So once that is done, from the back neck, I'm going to be notching the midpoint of this whole neck. This is in order that I will fix the collar, midpoint to midpoint. So once that is done, I will then mark the midpoint of the collar before I fix it to the back neck. That's the midpoint I marked at the back neck. Then from that back neck, I will start sewing it to one end, and then from the back neck, I will sew it to the other end. Okay, so that is it. So this is how it looks after I finish stitching it. Now I'm going to be shaping the down part, okay? That's the band part of the outfit by half inch on both sides. Now I have done it. I'm now going to press it down. So remember that it's going to have buttonholes and buttons, okay? So now I'm going to be attaching the midpoint of the up part of the outfit to the midpoint of the back side, okay, midpoint to midpoint. And I'm going to also bring the front part where the collar is and place it right on the front, as you can see me doing, okay. And I will also do the same to the other side. And once I am done with that, I'm just going to stitch from the midpoint, that's from the middle to the other side, and also from the middle to the other side, like this, in this manner. And this is how it looks after I'm done stitching it. Now I'm going to be cutting the sleeve for this outfit. All right, I'm going to make the sleeve slope, that's the head of the sleeve slope. I'm going to make it kind of longer. This is because I want to make a puff. That's, I want to gather it around that sleeve head, okay? So I'm just going to cut it like this. So now I'm going to notch the center, that's the midpoint of the sleeve head, and also sew it side by side, each one of it. Apply the gathers on the sleeve head and also elastic on the sleeve ribs. And finally, I'm just going to attach it to the outfit, and then that is it. Thank you so much, guys. If you like these tutorials, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also share to your friends and colleagues. Bye.